Hello everybody, it's Lythaniel, the reviewer, back for a review. This time it is our annual hair dye event. So yeah, previously I made a video about the hair 11 months ago, so about a year ago pretty much. And so hitting May, it's time for a new look. Sun's coming out, gotta style it up a little bit. Most of it's pretty much grown out from then. There's a tiny sliver right there you can kind of see. It's kind of just been cut off essentially, I think. But I'm kind of going to have a new goal of actually just growing it out. I actually want it to be double, and I kind of want to use this dye to kind of track it and just get a new color. So I actually kind of went a different route. Instead of just, it's still box dye, but this time actually went up in price. I'm going to see if that actually makes a difference. Or maybe I'm just better off sticking with something cheaper. And that brand we're gonna use today is IGK. Let me get you guys that little view right there. So it is Smoky Scarlet Permanent Hair Color Intense Auburn. I guess 6R if you want to see that. Never really heard much about it. It comes with a bunch of different things. It's got a protect barrier gel for the skin, developer, the pigment, and then a post-color treatment mask and a stain removing cleanser. So yeah, I believe I got this, well, I got it off Amazon, I believe it was 35 bucks. So big jump from the other ones I had done, which is normally like $11, you know. So I'm curious to see if this actually makes a difference. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop the box open. I'm gonna see what we've got inside. And let's kind of get this show on the road. The developer, so I got that right there. The color, so the post-color treatment mask, protect gel, so I guess use that on the hairline. Cleanser, I'm not sure if that's for clothing or skin, but I guess I'll find out shortly. A little pair of gloves, so we'll see if these fit. They got all the instructions on the inside of the box. So you got all these little bits right here, in case you want to pause. So it's kind of blocking my whole camera view. All right, so these fit. These are actually a nicer pair of gloves than I've seen in like some of the cheaper ones I've used. You know, so these actually fit pretty decent actually. So I'm actually happy about that. So just kind of a little clear little gel right there. I can get them to focus. Hopefully I don't block the little hairs that's like right at that line. Block those and get in the color. I hate to have it nice, glorious red, and then I've just got a few stray black hairs right at the line. Next, I want to put the color in the tube, so and that's pretty standard. So that's a little tube. I guess put all this, actually a hefty amount. So kudos for that. Go ahead and get this guy in here. Then the usual shape to combine. It's got a nice little screw cap, so it does keep it secure. So I don't have to always kind of keep a thumb on there. Take them off, and yeah, like I said, there's not much to do with my hair, so let's go ahead and I think I will though still work from top to bottom. Ooh, it's getting on now. I will say it doesn't have really much of a smell to it, which is nice. I think some of the old ones I used to have used to be strong smelling, especially in an enclosed bathroom like this. Kind of would get to you after a while. All right, folks, see you in about 40 minutes, and I'll be back later. Alrighty, y'all, it's been about 35, 37 minutes. Let's go ahead and take this sucker off. Ooh, look, not so bad. Yeah, well, that's the color. Kind of show you, and hopefully you can kind of tell. Yeah, that's the color. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? Yeah, I think that's kind of. Oh, get the little box again. That's kind of there. I mean, I guess you had to maybe bleach it first more to kind of get it that color, but I think the shade might be right. So. Yeah, rest it out for 5 minutes, and I'll be back in a moment, so hang tight. Later. All right, y'all, I am back. It's actually about a week later. I got busy, went to the little music venue thing and saw a show. So busy. But finally, wound up cutting my hair last week, so got that kind of trimmed up. Honestly, as of this stage, I'm honestly pretty disappointed. A little bit more in myself than the product. I don't think I may have necessarily given it a fair chance, or I may have had different expectations on what I thought it was going to be. So just kind of looking over it and just based on other things I've been using previously, you know, I was always expecting it kind of to lighten up the hair as well as coloring it, but it seemed like it really just doesn't do that. What you see is maybe the lower 2/3 here is very slightly colored, while the top part with it, if you remember, I had that one last bit of more lightened hair from the last dye job last year. That actually turned a little bit more, so hopefully you can kind of see that. Now, one thing I know, even if out in broad daylight and sunlight, it really doesn't look that much different than this. So what I decided I was going to do, I think going forward, instead of just relying solely on the dye itself to do it, because it's been enough times I've been doing this now, I think I'm ready to what I'm just going to do is just bleach my hair first and then do the dye. So I'm actually going to give this product another chance, which means essentially I bought some stuff again. So one of the things I got that I'm just trying to use as bleach and not color it is this Colorista bleach, all over bleach kit I got. So I'm actually gonna do this again. So let's go ahead and get that in shot. You know, I'm not trying to, now it's gonna be interesting if it, you know, stays more this color, or am I gonna get that weird orange one I had a couple years ago. I'm not sure if there's toner in here, but I'm just sitting here trying to bleach it. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of this box. You know, I'm just gonna do a quick bleach job. Once I get that out, I actually wound up buying another box of the Smoky Scarlet. So I'm gonna give it another shot. I think it, and I just really want more color for this summer that's coming up. I don't want to just leave it like this, because even when I'm out and about and in the sun, you really can't tell anything. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a do-over. So if I can get this a little bit lighter and really make it more noticeable, kind of how it looks more on the box, I think that'd be dope. So hang tight, folks. This is just gonna be a quick, short little montage of me dyeing my hair. I'll see how that looks. Anti-brass conditioner, you okay? And from there, rinse it out, dye it again, 45 more minutes. So this might take about another 2 hours. So we'll see, but hopefully it pays off for the summer. All right, folks, I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Just add that in. And shake number 2. It's interesting how white it is, though. So that's kind of the level I want to be at about. Alright, I mean, that's kind of about it. So I'm gonna let this sit for 40 minutes. And then I'll look up if I have to put up, if they recommend a bag or not. I might still do one anyway. I'll probably check back in 30 minutes instead of the full 40. I will be back in a little bit, folks. See ya. All right, y'all, just coming up on 35 minutes. So I did not see anything in the instructions about needing a little bag, but I just used one anyway. Just loosely, kind of just keep the moisture in there. So let's see how this looks. All right. Okay, all right. So, I mean, it did something. Now I'm not gonna leave it like this. Now I'm going to apply the remainder, and you already see it explode, so keep an eye on that. Gonna apply the rest of it down to the scalp and then leave it for 20 minutes. So here we go. Yep, getting these bills off. I think that's about all I'm gonna do for now. Then I'm gonna give it this 20 minutes. All right, folks, 20 minutes. We'll see how it's looking. I'm gonna put the baggie back on. Trap the heat. Hopefully I can get these roots to catch up. And we'll go from there.
maybe a little more kind of snug. This is as far as I'm gonna take it. And yeah, see you guys in 20. Alrighty, y'all, it's been about 25 to 30 minutes, I would say. Forgot to set the alarm for the first 5 minutes. And then I think after the 20 or so minutes, I doubled it, add an extra 5 minutes. So I'm gonna now see what it looks like now. Bear with me. Hey, not bad, but I see a whole bunch of something in the back. Oh boy, y'all tell me what's back though. Ooh, that look weird. I'm honestly not too concerned. That's gonna look weird for a bit, but eventually, just as I cut the hair, that'll be gone. And I was mashing it back there anyway, so can't be surprised, but I wish I did get a little bit more here. But again, it's fine, but it's kind of a decent gradient. It didn't really catch up as much as I thought it would, but actually, I guess it kind of did. I did hope it matched, but it's not as bad as I thought. I guess I would say that. So I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm gonna start getting this off because I don't want this to be on an hour and a half. I've got enough lightening. I think it's gonna really take to that color better. So for now, I'm just gonna hop in the shower, rinse this out, and then after I rinse this out while it's still wet, I'll use this anti-brass conditioner. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of skeptical of it because I've seen how the toners kind of work, and I've had other. I'm just curious if it's purple or not. I might need. Yep, another purple one. So we'll see what that does. But again, worst case scenario, I'll still dye it again. So all right, here's shower number 1. So we'll get that and I'll hop out and we'll go from there. Later. All right, y'all, I am back and out of the shower, and here is the look. So I did use the little purple developer stuff, but again, it didn't really do much. I got half of it left. So I'm not too concerned about it really. And just kind of give it a little spin around. Essentially, I'm gonna wind up dyeing it anyway, so I'm gonna put the red in. So after that, I'll use it again if I need to, but I kind of want to just focus on getting the color in there. But I actually do like kind of the gradient. I wish it was a little closer, but this is okay. Because essentially once I grow my hair out, because again, I'm definitely not doing this for another year as usual, but once I kind of get about that much hair of the new black virgin hair, it's gonna be kind of a nice little gradient. And it should be a little darker than this with the red. So yeah. So just pretty much right now, I'm just going to pretty much do the same as what you saw early in the video. So yeah, let me go ahead and just knock this out. I'm not gonna really show this part because just again, same as the beginning. And I'll see you guys again soon. Later. All right, so it's been about 40 minutes. So let's go ahead and see how it's come out now. Okay. But it looks different than when I first did it. So now, second shower, use some of this again. Hopefully next time I see you, it'll look different than the first half. All right, y'all, I am back doing something a little different. So I'm out the shower now. Actually below the camera, I've been avoiding all the mirrors because I want to try to get like a little reaction as I see it in the camera itself. So I'm gonna slowly rise up and see what I wound up with. Oh, I ain't even got my contacts in, so. Yo, hey, that might have evened out. All right, hold on, I'm putting on my non-production glasses. Look at, wait, my glasses are dirty. Yo, I got a mirror right here. Check that out. I don't know, y'all tell me how I did. It looked like the blonde even evened itself out. Y'all tell me. How am I looking? Am I clean? Look at that. It's like I'm just a little blurry, you know, just, that's funny. So, wow, actually, wow. I'm trying to, look at that. Yo, all right, so kind of checking this out with the box. I mean, that's kind of impressed with that. That's nice. So I guess, okay, so yeah, I guess I did it wrong the first way. Maybe it might have said on the box, but yeah, you definitely can't do it with black hair. But blonde it up a little bit, put some red in it. Orange doesn't even matter anymore, and I may still use the purple toner, but I like this. And I still need kind of another touch-up haircut, but yeah, as this grows over the next year, hopefully it should double. I'm gonna kind of track that length just to see how it grows, but I'm liking this. So overall, I mean, 31 bucks for the first box. I got the bleach for $4 on Amazon. I'll try to put links in for everything. And then the second box was on sale magically, so got that for 26. So, I mean, 5, 31, 62 buck hair dye. I mean, knowing what I know now, I can probably do it for 35 if I go back to this color. But I like this. This was what I was looking for with the first go. But, so it was my mistake, so. But this I like because it's not the full punchy red, but it's also not orange. So I like this. Am I happy with it with the price? I think I am. I'm 31 bucks. Let me know in the comments below how much does a typical dye job cost, you know? Maybe for guys, girls, whatever. I don't know how salon prices, but you know, comparing this to, you know, the other boxes I did past years that's just going for 10 bucks, maybe 11 bucks at most. I'm pretty happy with this, but I guess the next test will see how long it lasts. So I guess you'll see me through other journeys or other videos rather throughout the year, throughout the summer. This would be a good look for it. So yeah, hopefully before I go, it's nighttime, I'm tired. I've been doing this, I think total 2 hours. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Really happy with this one. So tell me what you think. Later.